In this video, I want to show you how to deal with ordinal variables in R. One example of an ordinal variable is the class variable in Titanic. So if we view the Titanic dataset, what you see is that by default, when you read in the dataset, class is treated as an integer. It's like that. You can't really see it here, but if you say Titanic and then you say passenger class, what you get is a bunch of integers. Now, one possibility is that you want to treat those integers as integers. So, for example, maybe you want to say, if I go down from the first class to the second class, if I go down from the second class to the third class, how does my log odds of survival change? The way you would do it is you would say the usual thing, so you would say GLM, and here you would say survived, and that would depend on P class with binomial family and with data equals Titanic. You get the summary of that. What you'll get here as the coefficient for P class, that's the decrease in log odds as you go from first class to second class and from second class to third class. Now, of course, if you treat P class as an integer, you assume that going from first class to second class and going from second class to third class results in the same decrease in the log odds of survival. So that's one possibility of how you can treat class. You, of course, can also treat class as a factor. So one possibility that you can imagine is saying, okay, so class factor here, it's going to be Titanic P class, and you just convert that to a factor. And if you now fit a model, which now you would maybe say class P factor, that's not found. If you say class factor like that, now what you see is you see one estimate for the intercept, one intercept for class 2, and one intercept for class 3. So the way you would interpret it is you would say, okay, so the increase from going from class 1 to class 2, that decreases the log odds by this much. Going from keeping everything constant, going from first class to third class, decreases the log odds by this much. So that's another possibility. What I want to do now is I want to show you how to convert between one and the other. So in this case, we already have P class as numerical. Now, one possibility is to convert the numerical variable P class to a string. So if I do that, and if I now check out what Titanic P class is, what you see is that we converted the integers that we had before to strings. So if we leave things like that, R wouldn't be able to tell that this is, 1 and 2 and 3. As far as R is concerned, that's a string, a text that happens to contain the digit 1, the digit 2, and the digit 3. So you would not anymore be able to do something like that and expect to get something sensible. So what you'll get here is actually the same thing as before, because now R doesn't know that P class is numbers because they're enclosed in quotes, so they're treated as text. So okay, now what I want to do is I want to show you how to use this kind of function in order to transform those kinds of strings into other kinds of strings. So here I set up a function which converts ones to first class, 2's to second class, and 3's to third class. And here I repeatedly apply this function to P class, and then I store the result in here. and I need to make sure to convert the thing back to character. So let me show you how that works. If I run this, and if I now check out what this is, what I get is, instead of the digit 1, the digit 2, the digit 3, I get first class and second class and third class in this column P class words. And what it did is essentially converted all the 1s to this, all the 2s to this, all the 3s to this. Now let me show you how to do this the other way. So now suppose that what I want to do is I want to convert the word first class to 1, and the word second class to 2, and the word third class, the phrase third class, to 3. So why would I want to do it? Well, maybe my data set consists of, first class and second class and third class, and what I want to have is I want to have the numerical values 1 and 2 and 3. So this is how I would do it. This is this function, words to know, and this is the column that I want to convert. And let me try it. So now Titanic class ordinal is going to be integers again, like that. So you see, without quotes, so that now I can run the regression again, by which I mean I can say survived, that depends on class ordinal, and what you'll get is this kind of thing. You'll get a single coefficient estimating the decreasing log odds that occurs when you go from first class to second class, or from second class to third class, keeping everything else constant.